How's it going, YouTube? Dan the Plastic Man here. Hope you guys are doing well. Real quick reminder before we get to this little snapshot review. Tomorrow is the deadline for the 100 subscriber giveaway. So if you want to get in on that giveaway, just go to the video and leave a question or a comment, and you will be entered into the contest. So, on to today's snapshot review. We're back to Master Grades, and it is the Build Strike from Gundam Build Fighters. This is obviously a modification of the Strike Gundam, and it is using the remastered frame that Bandai launched with the Master Grade Dual Gundam. And we also got basically the exact same frame in the Blitz, the Buster, and the... excuse me guys, I'm a little short of breath. The Ale Strike remaster. So we've got really great detailing. I am really in love with this frame. I mean, I love the way everything comes together. You get great posability and really good durability too. But one thing I really like about this Build Strike is the head. So I'm gonna zoom in on it real quick, pull it in a little bit. We've got great channels for the face vents here and here on the cheek. These actually are cut through and through, so the gray that's showing through on the cheeks is the frame underneath. And they give you clear pieces for the head, but I actually went in with clear blue paint and my Gundam markers here to paint up the eyes. But as far as just overall detail, while you can tell it's a strike, it's just unique enough. So let's see if I can get this to work, because this doesn't want to for some odd reason. But we'll go ahead and get into the articulation. And this will include the full package review, so don't worry about that. The shoulder will rotate it won't rotate 360 degrees. It'll rotate 180, but there's a catch here in the shoulder armor that's keeping it from rotating 360 degrees. The arm will come out, minus the shield, will come out straight. Will rotate right underneath the shoulder. The elbow you get a great double bend out of, and we get probably about a 170 out of that. The wrist will rotate and wiggle. The head is on a double socket, so we get up, down. We get the full, with a little bit of finagling, we get the full Exorcist 360, and because of the double joint in the neck, we get the funky chicken. On the torso, you get really good side-to-side motion, and you get some really good ab crunching motion. The skirts are individual because of the remastered frame. The leg will come, see if I can get this skirt out of the way a bit more, will come this far forward. Now the hips on this kit are actually variable. Let me see if I can let you guys see that. This hip will slide down a few degrees so you can get even more wiggle room out of the legs. So with the hip down, the leg comes out easy. Now the knee we get a full 180 out of, and I love the little gear system right here. Peg gear system that lets the knee armor move. The 1.0 Strike did not do that, because I've built one of the 1.0 Strike frames. So we nestle the leg, wrestle I guess I should say, not nestle. Wrestle the leg back up. The back skirts are fully hinged and will get completely out of the way, so you can come all the way back, which is a very nice change from most of the stuff I've been reviewing. Side skirts, still not much wiggle room on them, but at least we've actually got beam sabers on the skirts this time instead of the armored Schneider holders, because those just did not get out of the way at all. And I don't know why this piece keeps dropping off. The ankles on this kit are superb. you get a nice planted stance. If I can figure out why mine is already trying to fight me for some odd reason. That would be why. It wasn't the ankle, it was the hips. But you get a nice, solid, planted stance, like so. The ankles will move side to side. You get a really good bend in the toe, both down and up. This ankle skirt armor here does make things a bit awkward to pose with, but it can't be done. And as for accessories for the Build Strike itself, we have the beam pistol, which was not used in the show, but I think it really should have been. We have the shield, which already has the pieces here, well, the slots for the energy collector from the Star Build Strike. The shield can open up for some kind of clamp move, and this looks like a gun barrel to me. But the shield plugs in right here in the back of the forearm, and you don't have to worry about a carrying handle. It just locks in and we're good to go. The other accessories are the beam rifle barrel extension. And what you do, just going to take the hand off, because the hands are the interchangeable fingers and the movable thumb. So what you do, you're supposed to start with the rifle barrel collapsed like this, pick up the carrying handle, take the gun, line the pistol's barrel up with the back of the rifle, slide it in. Not only will it lock, but this little piece will extend out of the back. Then you slide the carrying handle back, lock it over this peg, and you have the Build Strike's beam rifle, which is quite a good looking rifle if I'm honest. The other accessory you get for just the Build Strike is the Mega Launcher attachment. And just like with the standard beam rifle attachment, you slide it out to open up, pick up on the handle. The peg right here connects with the beam pistol, and then you just lock it over top, like so, and collapse back down, and there you go. The twin barrel Mega Launcher from the Build Strike. Now, one thing I don't like about this kit, or about this particular attachment, is that this is all white when you get it out of the box. These are foil stickers, but as you can see, I actually went in with my green Gundam marker because it's the same color, and I'm like, come on, why didn't they give us green plastic? And then I went in here and painted the barrel tips black. So that is it for the Build Strike Gundam itself. Now, real quick, we have the Build Booster. And the Build Booster is just a backpack fighter that plugs onto the back. So this is in landing mode per se. To make it flight mode, just tuck the nose gear up and tuck up the quote-unquote rear wheels, and there you go. Now you've got movable bits as far as the wings and the engine pods, but the real reason for this attachment, well, accessory, is to turn it into the Build Strike full package. So give me 1 minute and we'll get started on that. Alright guys, sorry about that. I had to change batteries in my camera, but it's time to make the Build Strike Gundam full package. So, first and foremost, we need the Build Strike Gundam, and we need the Build Booster. First things first, take the Build Booster, let's swing the cannons down and out of the way for the minute. Pull the nose out and pivot it down, and that's literally all you have to do to connect it. The peg here, well, the tab I should say, will plug right into this back slot. But before we do that, we'll go ahead and tip the wings down because the Build Strike wings are usually vertical. So, with that tipped down, plug it in, tip up the wings. Now, as you can see, he actually can stand on his own, which surprises me. You gotta get the balance just right, though. Thankfully, though, I won't be having to rely on my hands to hold him steady. Let me go ahead and change his beam pistol back to the standard beam rifle. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the rubbing right here on the forearm. I don't know why the handle of the gun keeps wanting to knock that off. Just something to be aware of, guys. But we tuck the guns back up under. And yeah, he can not stand on his own. But like I said, no worries. They gave us an action stand. Just one of the classic action stands from the early Strikes and the Angel Wing Zero. So, this little peg notch plugs in right in this hole right here on the bottom of the peg for where it plugs into the backpack. So you just nestle and get it in there, and boom, he's not coming off. And now you are free to do whatever pose you so desire, such as I think this is right. I hope so, at least. It's not the best, since I just did it here kind of on the fly and just quick for you guys. But there's your typical strike pose. Build Strike is striking a pose, pun intended. Cue the fail trombone. And yeah, he's wobbling just a little bit, but that's just because of how much I've been noodling with him. And that is it for the Build Strike full package. I mean, I love this kit. I love the internal frame of the remastered Seed kit, and the modifications then were done to the design of the Strike, particularly the head and the shoulders. Those really just help sell this kit. So if you get a chance, go ahead and pick it up. I recommend this kit. I have the Master Grade Universe booster, but I'll tell you guys, everything that's required to turn this thing from the Build Strike full package into the Star Build Strike, I'm not really going to mess with it because you actually have to fully disassemble the shield. You got to take parts off the calves here, and I don't want to bother with breaking them. But I actually like this look better than the Star Build Strike. Yeah, see, he will wobble and wiggle, but he's not coming off. And yeah, upside down, shake it, wiggle it, he's staying there. So I hope you guys liked this review. If you did, leave me a like, subscribe to me, leave me some comments, and don't forget, guys, like I said, you got 1 day left to enter the 100 subscriber giveaway. But let's go ahead and, just keep this community growing, guys. It grows every day, and I am just humbled and floored by it. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Take care of yourselves, guys, and I will see you at the next video, okay? Bye-bye.